Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So I have been kind of fighting this. Let me show you here. This. Let me get you a better view here. Where is it at? Can't even see it. This EGR valve tube. So it goes right. It's this one right here. So it's supposed to connect. You see where it's right there. So there's an adapter that goes between it and the catalytic converter. Okay, it wraps around here, bolts right there. It's got one bolt right here. Okay, and then it connects to the EGR right there, where you put your EGR right here, which I do have, and then you got your two simple lines that just plug in there. Okay. So the what I was talking about fighting, what I ran into was that the catalytic converter, which I ordered for this car is a hang on, bear with me, I'm sorry. This is a 2001 Ford Focus ZX3. Great little car, as far as I'm concerned, it is. Okay. Sorry, I don't mean to blind you with all that light. Okay. So the issue I was having was, and I triple checked it, the catalytic converter is an aftermarket catalytic converter from Amazon. I'm not blaming anybody for anything. Okay, let's just get that straight. But the bong coming off of it that goes to that EGR pipe, the bong. So if you look at it as like a clock, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, so on and so on and so on. So the bong is set at 1 o'clock on this aftermarket catalytic converter. That is incorrect. The one that came off of it, the actual OEM catalytic converter, which somebody gutted, that's why I'm changing it. The bong is at 3 o'clock, and it is correct. So what I ended up doing so far, I got lucky. I went back on Amazon and tried to find out what's going on with this catalytic converter and everything. The pictures I see are exactly like what I got. There is a difference between manual transmission and automatic transmission catalytic converter. Mine's a manual, 5-speed, but it was still wrong. I'm guessing that the bong, when it was welded on, when it went through the machine in the factory or whatever, they got the wrong specs. So if you run into the same problem, now you know. Okay, so I didn't try. I mean, I did try finding another catalytic converter, couldn't find one. Okay, so I started looking at the EGR pipe, and I noticed it's made out of this really thin metal. Okay, I'm not even sure what it is. Actually, hang on a second. We're gonna find out right now. Bear with me 1 second. Hang on just a minute. Recording. Bear with me 1 second. Whisper. Hang on just a second. Sorry. So anyway, I got a magnet here, and let's see here. So it is not. So I'm guessing it's an aluminum pipe. It is very light. So what I did was put it in my vise very delicately, and I had to twist it. I had to bend it so much, just enough to make it line up with that hole. Too bad I don't have the adapter to put in there and go ahead and do it. But anyway, I think I pretty much got it lined up and everything. So if you run into this problem, there you go. That's what you got to do if you get this catalytic converter and you get this issue. It's just, I bet you I am not the only person to run into this. As far as I know, there's no videos. There's not a whole lot of videos on this. I know there's a really nice shop. Guy shows you like how to do all kinds of stuff on these little cars. From anything to the brakes, the timing belt, the power steering pump, all kinds of little stuff. So he like covered like most of the big stuff, the basis of everything. So anyway, that's where I'm at though, and it seems to be fine. I don't think I cracked the pipe. I didn't hear anything crack or anything like that. And plus, I didn't bend it that much. I didn't like, I didn't like, just like an inch or something, just enough. It didn't take much. Okay. So now I know, and now you know, if I run into this issue again, which I hope I don't ever. Oh man, because you gotta buy all that stuff. That catalytic converter was really cheap. It was $153. That's really cheap for a catalytic converter that's already connected to the downpipe, and you just bolt it right to the exhaust manifold. Yeah. But you get what you pay for. Right? We know all about that. So I'm done for today. I've got to wait. Today is Monday. I've got to wait till Thursday in order to get that adapter and put that on. I really can't do anything else. I probably could put the EGR valve on, but I really wanted to get that adapter on before I do that EGR valve, because I know that I'm going to be kind of struggling there. If you're fighting it, you're losing it. Just remember that. Yeah. Okay. I did see a neat little video where somebody took off the throttle body, cleaned it out real good with a toothbrush and all that. I don't know if I want to do that though. I mean, it is. It's that's pretty bad. That's gross. And you've seen in the other videos where I was sitting there saying that you get that gum up in there and everything, and what you're going to have is like maybe an idling issue or something like that, because the butterfly is sitting there trying to close or not or whatever. Anyway, big old mess, big old headache. So anyway, that's that. I've got to go take care of some business, help a family member out. So I guess the next video will be putting that EGR valve pipe adapter and the EGR valve on. And once I get that, we'll start putting it all back together. Everything that's missing here, this big old hole, putting the battery in, doing all that, topping off the coolant. And that coolant that came out, it looked really good. So I think somebody took care of this car for the most part. I think they did, like, they did some stuff on it. So good for them. Golf clap. So anyway, and you don't hardly see that. There's a lot of people don't take care of their cars, man. Yeah. I can understand, like, money's tight. You can't afford it. I understand completely about that. So, all right. Well, I think we're done for today. Hope you learned something. If you ran into that problem like I did with that EGR pipe, please message me in the comments. Let me know what you did and everything. If you ran into anything worse than that, message me in the comments, please. Please like and subscribe as usual, and hopefully I kind of made your day on that. I was really, really worried about what to do there, because I'm sitting there going, oh my God, there's several different ways I could have done that. A, bend the pipe. B, try to find an actual OEM catalytic converter, because the aftermarket one, the bong was like way off. C would probably be the, maybe not price wise, but be the most difficult to do, and that would be you would have to start off with one. You'd have two adapters on there. It'd be a freaking headache, because it would the first adapter would be a 90-degree elbow that would come off of the bong, go down, and then you put another 90-degree on that one, and then connect it to the adapter, and then the adapter connects to the pipe. We're not trying to do all that. So thank God it just bent. It bent fine. It doesn't look like I messed anything up. If I do, it'll show. You'll have an exhaust leak. Okay. But we did good today, though. We got the well, if you saw the last video, I'm continued on this one. We got the PCV valve done, put in. We got the thermostat housing back on. We got the EGR pipe kind of lined up. We'll see until we get the adapter. So we made progress. Progress is what we shoot for. Okay. Done and done. All right. So I'm ready to get the heck out of here. I'm freezing my hands off. That's the only thing that gets cold, man. Ugh, my fingers. All right. See y'all in the next video. Okay. All right.